Something feels different now. And I don't mean everywhere, and I don't mean everyone. I want to make that very clear from the beginning. But enough that if you've been around the book community for a while, you've noticed it. And once you notice it, you can't really unsee it. I'm Darth James, and I want to thank the people that collaborated with me on this video. You guys know who you are. Thank you. Now, let's be real, this isn't about drama, it's not about trends, and I don't know if this video is about books or not, but it's about things that need to be said. I've been in this space for over a decade. Long enough to watch the repeating cycles come up. Consumerism, negative reviews, shipping culture, drama, creators hating each other behind the scenes and loving each other publicly. Arguments about whether a character was annoying or misunderstood. And now, there's something else sitting underneath it, everything. It's not always obvious, but it's there, and as a Jewish guy and other Jewish creators, I don't think we can ignore it anymore. It's very subtle at first. It shows up in gaps. Who gets invited? Who gets quietly ignored? Who gets talked around instead of talked about? And you start noticing certain names just don't come up. Certain books don't get picked, certain voices don't get amplified, and nobody says anything directly. And I think that's the part that messes with you, because you stop asking, am I imagining this? And asking, no, you're definitely not imagining this. And I think what makes it so uncomfortable is that it doesn't look like what people would expect. There's no obvious slurs most of the time. There are a few, though. No clear moment where you can clip and go, yeah, that's it, that's the problem. Instead, they use that reasonable corporate speak. Soft, carefully worded. We're just being mindful. We're choosing not to platform certain voices right now, and somehow all of these voices keep being Jewish. And people don't question it, or they don't want to. People call them soft boycotts, which is a very polite way of describing something that doesn't feel polite at all. Because nothing is announced, there's no statement, no accountability, just quiet decision happening behind the scenes. Authors not being renewed, books not getting promoted, names not being included. And if you point it out, you're told you're making it about identity. But it already is about identity. And then there are the lists, spreadsheets, threads, documents, categorizing people, Jewish authors, or people with the air quotes wrong connections, or the wrong surname, or the wrong perceived politics from people that have never said a thing. And it's always framed the same way: transparency, awareness, accountability, preventing harmful behaviour. But it feels older than that, in a way that's hard to explain unless you recognise it. Spaces that used to be about reading don't always feel like that anymore. You see reviews that aren't about writing or pacing or characters. They're about the author, who they are, what they represent, whether they should be allowed in this space. You get one-star campaigns before a book is even released. People forming opinions without reading a single page, and it's just accepted like it's normal now. And honestly, what I've seen publicly isn't the worst of it. It's what's happening in Discord servers, group chats, Reddit threads, places where people say things I'd never attach their names to. And I've seen things in those spaces that I've only ever read in history books, specifically books from 1930s Germany. And that's the moment it stops feeling like internet nonsense and starts feeling like something frighteningly real. There's a tone to it, and if you know, you know. It's not identical to the past. History doesn't repeat itself that neatly, but it's the rhythm, the language about influence, control, who gets to speak, who shouldn't. And it doesn't have to be explicit, you can feel it. I've unfollowed a lot of people. Creators I used to respect, writers I used to recommend, People who built entire platforms talking about empathy and stories and community. And there was no big one moment where you do it. It's quiet. You just reach a point where staying feels like agreeing. And the reason it keeps going is because it lives in implication, in tone, in things said just directly enough that people can deny it. Because saying it outright, that would mean owning it, and most people don't want to do that. I want to be very clear. This is not about everyone. There are some amazing people in this space. Thoughtful readers, genuine communities. But it's enough to change how you feel, enough that you notice it before you can prove it. I miss when this space felt simpler, when it was just talking about books, when a bad review was just a bad review and stories were kind of the centre, but privately I don't think it's ever been like that. Not completely. But now, sometimes it feels like something else entirely. And I don't have a clean way to end this. No neat conclusion, just this, as a Jewish man, I find what's happening disgusting. And I wish we could go back to just talking about books. If you feel it too, you're not crazy. If you haven't seen it yet, pay attention. I'm Darv James. Please tell me your experiences, your stories, and everything in the comments. And if you want to get involved in the conversation deeper level, there's Substack, Patreon, there's memberships on here. Places where you can talk freely. I'll see you guys in the next one.